State EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25.
Okay. Oh, that's Darius Slade.
And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one.
What you want, pussy?
Like that. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run for the first.
Oh, this motherfucker on Twitch.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple.
Not me.
19.
Oh.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones gets us out to Saquon Barkley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On 3rd down, Jones. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. It's Barkley on the counter. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4. The last one got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of
3 and nothing.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Kaepernick. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. D.D. Westbrook is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air on. Connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
For Washington.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Tate. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
Bodies outside of lower O2.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Barkley last year against Washington. He won many a fantasy league with his performance in Week 16. 189 yards rushing. That was the 3rd highest single game total in the NFL all of last season. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Jones hit and the ball's out.
What? Come on.
1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb?
Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Torrey McTyer, and he will bring this one back. It is
Motherfucking ball back, nigga. Stop playing.
Washington touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A run by Barkley, going to go backwards as he's going to lose right around 3 yards here.
Landon Collins made the tackle. Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. They're facing a tough spot. 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
I'm trying to get back in the
the gun. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I can see if I can find somebody.
As we step aside here in this second quarter.
Man, let me get out of this game and I'll go look. See if I can find somebody.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. They shakes it off.
Alright.
But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Deron Payne, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he's taken down.
Come on, bruh. Stop holding Troy Apke. That nigga.
24 yards. It's a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Saquon Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This shit here got me so
How many times do
fucking.
we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Tate's got it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year.
Come
and
in.
The Giants are going to jump back in front. Extra point try good by Gano.
Me?
The lead is now 10-7.
I'll probably hide under the cover.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
No, she was just woke.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Y'all off today?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin.
I think the one that was in the freezer.
He takes it across the 40-yard line.
Valerie.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
Okay.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
What is that pad that you have? I just came from Lava, buddy. I just saw his water wheel, and I found Steve's body dead on water wheels. That's what he gets. What does kill pull down?
Alright.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick.
Come on.
Can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kyler Fackrell able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Right here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run with Love. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Now they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 40.
Jeremiah, what is it? You want to go take a bath? Because you look like you itchy.
Looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the first down.
Hey!
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Kaepernick now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
At the 3-yard line.
Gonna give it to Love. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has once again taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes this Washington 14. Giants 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
I think that if this is really full, she would have killed at least 5 people. So I'm voting DK.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Kaepernick. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
1st and goal.
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Wow.
Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Here's Love again, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he knocks it through.
Washington 21. Giants 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taking it about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate.
Come on. What the fuck is they doing?
After a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd inches here.
But they didn't die. I walked out, and then the lights.
The 40-yard line.
What you're telling me is you're hard clearing DK. I'm just going to the right when I went in. I'm clearing storage that I didn't die in there right off the bat, so I was happy. So wait, there were the two in life, but he was like
me and Amelie,
From the gun,
the dog wants
Jones.
to like us,
And he's going to go down. Back near
technically he
midfield
could
at
have
the
made the
49.
kill, but
Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After that sack, third and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
I voted for him.
yeah.
I've seen him do some spicy plays though, so I don't know.
Spicy boom.
I've solved the credit.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Caught right side, Tate. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
At the 35-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another Giants first down. First down and goal to go.
Oh, I'm confused on this. Okay, this is very, like very recent. So to the left of weapons and comms, like kind of in between them in that area.
They'll run with Barkley.
wait, I
And
would
that's a
Holy.
touchdown. But hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to
I
strike
just
in
did
the
the
red
right
zone
right there.
because things are a little bit more condensed. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
go back to
fixed
the
my
play
spot.
chart and see if they can dial up another one.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short game. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. This is caught. A
These
big
niggas-
play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team, and he will take
Wow.
it in for a Giant touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
16.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Takes over first and 10 at their own
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. This is Love. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Tate on the return. Oh, no, the ball is loose.
Wow.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Hafu, no, I trust Hafu that she grew. I just think she's wrong. I thought it was awfully Steve. No, but I think this Peter D. No, I honestly don't remember, but I'm thinking this.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And that's caught inside the...
Wow.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth. Wow. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They're going to run it with Barkley, and he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they
shit
up there
crazy.
into 3. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
I didn't think so. You sounded genuine. You actually sounded genuine.
Danny Johnson returning. Now on the return. Oh no, the ball is loose.
How many times
What?
in the game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. A first down carry for Barkley. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly.
Don't even
as
get
he
him,
stopped
bro.
for no gain. Second down.
Deron Payne's one of a good number of young defensive tackles in the game. Made a nice stop there, now in his third year out of Alabama.
look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. He connected on his first, this from 41. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York.